Good morning, and for those of you celebrating, happy 4th. For those of us not celebrating, happy Monday off. Cool. I've had a lot of Mondays off this summer, so another day for me. Yeah, I woke up feeling some type of way today, and I'm sure a lot of you are too. Yeah. And I didn't sleep well again last night, which, yeah, okay, chemo, got it, cool, insomniac, and then I sleep halfway through the day. Whatever, it's my new normal. And so I woke up with the sunrise, as I have been, which is kind of nice. I like it. I don't know what time sunrise is anymore. I think it's like 5:30, and I came down and I was enjoying the outside with Chloe while she was, doing her thing, sniffing around in the yard, and I was listening to the birds chirping, and it was so lovely, and, just enjoying. And then I heard some screeching, and then I heard some bird cries that, it sucked. It just sucked, and, me being me, I forgot that I had chemo for a minute. Yeah, okay, hold on. Coffee break. Hello. Caffeine. Kick in. I'm not supposed to have coffee. Shh, don't tell anyone. Yeah, okay. Me having cancer, I forgot that I had cancer for a second, and I ran. I just ran towards the tree, and, I don't run. And I caught what was fallout from whatever was going on with the birds screeching, and it was babies. I caught the fallout of babies, and I just fucking lost it. I did. I lost it for like a solid I don't know how long, and I started thinking about everything at once, and I started thinking about, how other creatures, yeah, we'll call them creatures, can decide what to do with a mama bird, and that creature can decide whether or not she has a right to have babies, and it played into all of the things that I've been thinking about as a woman, and losing rights, and how unfortunate is it that we are going backwards in the world, and circle of life, and I'm super Snow White-ish for those of you who know me, so it was a very devastating morning, but I'm also kind of, I don't want to say thankful. There's a better word out there, but I was able to cry, with all the drugs and stuff. It's been really hard to give full tears. Yeah, I can tear up. Yeah, I can emote. Yeah, I can, cry here and there, but I haven't been able to, like, wail in what seems like a while. A while for me, by the way, is like a week and a half, 2 weeks. A while for somebody could be years. I get it. But I'm an emotional person, and yeah, I lost it. I thought, how unfair that somebody else has a right to decide whether somebody can or cannot have babies, and not that mama bird. And mama bird was just doing what she could for what she thought was right, and she lost today, and I'm sad. It made me think about women's rights. It made me think about my own family. It made me think about healing and people and the world, and I just had a lot of reflection this morning. So yeah, to calm myself down, I did my makeup, I did my hair, and yeah, that's what I do when I'm anxious. That's just what I do when I'm anxious. I do my makeup, I do my hair, and it calms me, it settles me. So this wig was donated to me by Paul Mitchell School, and you could definitely tell that it's a fake one because it doesn't have a lace front, but I think it's beautiful. I think the kids did a really good job. I say kids, but they're students, I'm sorry. I think they did a wonderful job, and I have not been this hair color in a while. I haven't been blondie blonde or dirty blonde in a while. I did have like a minute in high school where I had, lots of streaks in my hair, so maybe this is like high school comeback 10 plus years ago. Okay, all right. Anyway, I'm grateful because it was donated to me. Wearing my badass lady bow, and I'm wearing red today. A lot of you are wearing red, white, and blue today. I'm all red. I am seeing red. I am a woman and I bleed red. So, take that as you will. Feeling the feels. Yeah. On a good note. Well, it's kind of a good note. I have a note and then another note because I talk too long. So, something that my mom complimented me on and also called me out on is the fact that I put on a face to protect people. And I always put my best face forward, which is why I said that in my last video, and I thought it was important to show some weak points of who I am, because it's not really weak, it's human. And I learned at a really, really young age, like maybe 3, that you always put your best face forward and you never let them see you hurt. And I think it's something that a lot of us grew up with. You always want to show them your best side, and you always want to present with a smile, chin up, arms out, butt tucked under. And it's just part of who I am. And I protect people sometimes from how I really feel. And I will give hints, I will give moments where I share what I deal with, and it's not weak. It's not weak. It's processing. It's learning. It's coming to terms with. And a lot of people see that you're doing well because you're doing your makeup. But for me, I'm getting through my anxiety because of my makeup, and it calms me. And how cool is it that instead of painting on a canvas, I paint on my face, and the wigs are already beautiful on their own, and all I gotta do is put it on my head. Honestly, I don't know why more of us don't just do wigs, because then you don't have to take time and do your hair. But I protect people a lot, and just something I noted and something that she called me out on, so live in it. I even smile when I cry, and that's something that I have lived with my whole life too, because even in the worst of moments, I don't know, it's on. It's just part of who I am. It's part of how I process. I still find beauty in pain, I guess, and I still find good in dark, and vice versa, dark and good. And that's just who I am. I'll leave you with hopefully 2 short stories. Both of them have to do with older ladies that I met at the chemo center, and the nurse who I talked with, it was the first time I wore my pink wig, and she kept looking at me like double taking. And so I was talking to the nurse, and I'm like, what's up? And she's like, you cut your hair? I said, yeah. And she asked me about it, and we talked about that. And the reason why she kept double taking is because when her aunt had cancer, the wig that she picked was pink, and it was the same length, and it looked just like it. And so that was a moment for her. So I was so happy to be able to, give that to her and let her reflect on what her aunt went through. And I won't tell you her story because that's her story. But we talked about it, and we had a really nice couple of moments, and I bonded with her. And I don't have a favorite nurse, but if I did, yeah, And so this other lady was looking at us and she complimented me and she just was like, "You are so beautiful. How in the hell do you have time for that in the morning?" And I told her about my anxiety and I told her about how it's cathartic for me and it just gets me through. And if I have to come here, I might as well make it as bright for everybody else as I can for myself, and it gets me through. And she was kind of self-sabotaging herself in wearing sweatpants and not getting put together. And I was like, "Are you kidding me? As soon as I leave here, I'm going to be in sweatpants. I'm in sweatpants right now, but y'all can't see it." But, you know, if I can present nice and also be comfortable, that's half the battle for me. Everybody has their way. And I appreciate that she showed up in her sweatpants. Are you kidding me? She's comfy. And we had a good body positive moment, a really good understanding of each other in this really awful situation. And so I loved her. I really loved her. And I hope I get to see her again. And then when I went to hydration, there was a little old lady that I sat across from, and I was talking to the nurse, and she kept looking at me, looking away, looking at me, looking away, looking at me, looking away. And finally she cut in when I was talking to that nurse, and she was like, your hair is so pink. How did you get it that pink? Like, I love it. Like, what did you do?" And I was like, "It's on Etsy. I got it from Etsy." She goes, "What's Etsy?" And so me and the nurse were talking to her about what Etsy was, and then she goes, "Wait, so that's not your hair?" And I was like, "No, not anymore." And we talked about how my hair used to be pink before I shaved it, and a bunch of other colors, as you all know. And she just was amazed. She was amazed because she's like, "It looks like your hair." And then she goes, "That's a lace front." And I was like, "Yes, that's a lace front." She goes, "Oh, that's a good job. That you did a good job." And I said thank you, and we just were complimenting each other. And she had a really cute straw hat on with a rainbow on it, so you know she's a good person. And she was showing me her little puff of hair that she had and how she used to have longer hair. And one time she did her ends royal blue because royal blue is her favorite color. And I was like, "You know, they have wigs that have royal blue. You could get a whole head of royal blue." And she's like, "I'm too old for that." And I said, "No, oh my God, no, nobody's too old for color. Are you kidding me?" And she goes, "Well, maybe I could find one with the ends." And I said, "They have ombre ones that start dark at the top and then they turn into royal blue." She goes, I could do that. I could do that." So I showed her one that I've been looking at myself, and I think the nurse and I have her hooked on Etsy. Whoopsie. But I loved her because she just was such another human, such another people person, and she was so sassy, and she started talking to me about her son's business, and she was wearing her son's shirt, and it was a picture of her and her granddaughter, and it was pink, and how it reminds her, she wears it to chemo all the time, and how it reminds her to stay strong for her granddaughter. And I said, "See, everybody has their ways of getting through this thing called life, you know." And we had great moments. And when she left, you could kind of see, because I was sitting close to the window, you could see her walking out. And she had a cigarette. She lit a cigarette as she was leaving. And I was like, well, she's doing her thing called life. And so we all have our vices. We all have our good traits. We all have our not so good traits. But I don't know. I just crave that. I crave humans. I crave the good. I see the good always, even when I'm suffering, even when I'm crying, even when I'm in so much pain, both mentally and physically. To know that there are humans out there gives me life. Real, wonderful, beautiful, deep down, soulful humans. And so, yeah, it's just what I've been reflecting on a lot. And even though I won't have a voice after this, I just wanted to say that and spend way too much time talking to y'all about it. So happy celebrating. Happy fighting. I'm here for both. I'm here for the good fight. You know? And I'm doing it with coffee, even though they told me I can't drink coffee. With, by the way, my favorite mug that my brother got me. It's from a company called For Everybody, and it made me think of Bambi. I do what I want. She did what she wanted with her cigarettes after chemo. Oh my god. So, fight the good fight. Fight for what is right. Ladies, wear red. Because we bleed. And that's all that we're seeing right now. And humans, be human to each other. Love y'all. Thanks for giving me life. Okay, I'm back. Okay, I may have forgotten a few things, and I think my memory's a little bit foggy, but I'm hoping I told those stories exactly how I remember them. I'm sorry, my brain fog is crazy, and I may have... I don't know. I just am feeling foggy and all kinds of... Yeah, chemo. Great. It's wonderful stuff. Anyway, I just wanted to come back and spread some more love and let you know that we all deserve an extra cup of coffee today. For our brain fogs, for the fact that it's 4th of July, for just the good pure fun of coffee. And yeah, we all deserve a little bit more creamer if that's your jam, or a little bit more sugar if that's your jam, or oat milk, which I love. And yeah, I just miss my friends, I miss my families, I miss my work family, I miss my Disney family, and I miss my Kent players. Okay, I said it. I miss them so much, and they're so wonderful. And go see Shakespeare this summer. Yes, I'm tagging them because they're just so wonderful, and they're still allowing me to be a part of their crew, even though I can't really be there that often, and I love them. Oh, I miss everybody. So, more extra love. Mwah. Bye.